What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to some Horizon 5 with a brand new car, the Mazda MX-5 RF. Now what does RF stand for? No idea. Removable roof? No, that's not it, that's RR. Removable floor. It's not a floor, it's a roof. Roadster... I don't think I can say that. Anyway, this is the Mazda RF. It looks sick. I like it. I've always liked the MX-5. I've liked every MX-5 that's been released. I don't have an issue with these little cars. They're very, very cool. This one, being really, really nice and modern, looks nice and aggressive. I think it's a good looking car. And even the RF one, which means it's got a little removable like target top type of vibe going on with it. So let's have a quick look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, they actually made the system. Oh my god. Non-lazy Forza. What? They actually made it work. This is revolutionary. That is revolutionary, everybody. Big round of applause. Forza Horizon 5. The devs have actually decided to make the roof mechanism work for this thing. So yeah, it looks like this. I like it. Looks very cool. I really like it actually. I think it looks a little bit better than just the convertible version of this little car. So to get this thing, by the way, all you have to do is just get your 20 points this season. That's pretty much it. It's the winter dry season. You get 20 points by completing whatever you want to complete there in the festival playlist, and you get it. Also, quick thing, I have a brand new video uploaded on my IRL Cars channel. If you guys don't know, I have a channel where I basically upload stuff like car reviews, random things like this. Most recent one is a video of me building and speccing out a brand new BMW M5 in Ireland. It's super interesting, for me anyway, when I watch those type of videos, because I get to see what sort of prices there are for different types of countries and all that sort of stuff. So if you're that type of person that enjoys that type of content, then of course go and, you know, check out that video. Plus, if you want to see some IRL car stuff, I'll end up trying to get my hands on a bunch of different cars to review and show off, or go to events and stuff like that. If you're interested in that, go and subscribe to that channel. Go check that out. Link to that is down below in the description box. Anyway, the MX-5 itself was already a pretty fun car to drive in this game, but this one, probably its stiffness is a little bit higher due to that roof mechanism, and I think it might be a little bit lighter. 1112. Let's have a look at what the other one is like, if I have a stock one, which I probably don't. I don't have a stock one. 1036 for that. I don't have a stock one of these. Can I just like get rid of a bunch of mods? I'm just gonna get in this and just get rid of all the mods off it. So this is the standard one that I've had on before. How do I do this? Do that. Reset default upgrades. Oh no, it's actually heavier. It's 1048. But this one makes 155 horsepower. How much does the other one make? It's mad though, because this one's a 2016 one, obviously, and then this one that we're driving now is newer. But obviously the design hasn't really changed at all. 181 horsepower, so it's got more power, but it's slightly heavier. Interesting. Actually, yeah, why would it be lighter? That makes... Oh. Obviously, you don't have a ton of space in the back due to the whole roof mechanism as well, taking up a bit of space there. And then here's the little 1.8 liter out of this thing. 1.8. Dual overhead cam, most likely. Sky Active G. NA. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I like it. It's manual. I bet this thing, if I was to get my hands on one of these, I bet I would absolutely love it in real life, because it's small and nimble and light. It's manual. I bet this thing is an absolute hoot to drive. I would honestly think I'd buy one of these over the GT86 or GR86 or whatever you want to call it. I think this would be like even more fun to have as a little car. I don't know why. It just is kind of my vibe. I kind of like it. This one though, the RF one, because it looks very, very cool with the target roof style going on. It also has a little bootless spoiler. I just realized that now. I'm guessing that is to do with the whole this thing having kind of these like buttresses at the back, basically just sticking up like that. Anyway, so let's do stuff to it. Let's do some things to this car. We have a Rocket Bunny kit available for it, which is enjoyable. to have something like that. That's not too bad. The tires need to get changed 100%. What sort of engine options do we have available for this thing? BMW, LS, rally engine, basically super engine, and then the quad rotor as well in this thing. I kind of want to keep the standard engine and just see how much power we can squeeze out of it. Always like doing that, especially on our very first build of it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep the standard engine. I hope this thing gets low, man. I'm not a massive fan of the Rocket Bunny kit, but it also does make the car look a little bit more aggressive if I do slap it on. And it does. It does look quite aggressive like that. Definitely want to give it some better brakes. What about lightness? 976 for the lightness of this thing. I'm probably going to end up drifting it. I'm not going to lie to you. It just seems like the type of car that I'll end up sliding. APR wing looks class. Rocket Bunny wing, I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to just put the APR wing on it. APR wing looks good. That looks really good. It's like the... Oh man, that looks so much better than the Rocket Bunny wing. Definitely putting that on. 100%. Yeah, turboing the standard engine, and then I'm just going to keep it at this sort of... level. I'm not going to go full-on engine swap. Alright. Let's just squeeze out as much power as this little 1.8 liter can make, which is probably going to go up to like a 2.4 or something like that. What's it sound like? Not great. Very much a reusable sound, or a reused sound for it, so I'm not really expecting too much from that. What are we looking at? 540 horsepower, 595 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1,000, or it weighs 987 kilos. I'm too used to saying 1,000. And yeah, I was right. Exactly 2.4 liter. Nice. I like that. Well, I'm going to change also the tires for this thing. I'm going to give it some snow tires because I want to drift it. And at the same time... Okay. Okay. No, that's good. 265s for the front seem a bit too much. Maybe 245s and do something similar for the rear. Maybe 245s as well. Maybe 255s for the rear. I also want to change the wheels. I think the wheels are going to look much better if you give it something bigger. Something that has a lot of dish and a lot of center offset, especially since we have these, this Rocket Bunny kit. These work wheels actually look kind of sick. These ones as well look really good. I might actually put these on. 5 spokes look good. And then change the wheel size. 19s, maybe a bit too big for it. 18s. Ooh, I don't know. I think, oh man. At first I was like 19s maybe too big, but... No, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, there we go. It's back up to 1,000 kilos, just because I changed the wheels. And I made them bigger. Damn, that actually doesn't even look that bad. Let's change the paint to see what's available for this thing. The blue is good and all. Black, eh. Grey. The white looks good. Red, obviously. And then whatever this color is here. I don't know. I don't know. Should we have a look and see what people have created for this thing? I'm down to... Whoops. I'm down to try and see if we can find some designs for this. Maybe someone's created something fun for it. That's not too bad. This is very sick. I like that. That's very cool. I don't want gold wheels, though. The Red Bull one, obviously. Very clean. Just a nice blue. Okay. Whatever you say. I don't know. This one's kind of sick. I like this one. That's very cool. I also don't want to put anime on it because that's just weird. I'm not a big fan of the whole anime vibe. Maybe we just go with this. What's this like? Monster Team R. As a Monster fan myself, might just slap this on. Anybody from Monster watching this video, please sponsor me. Sponsor me and I'll appreciate you guys for life. Actually, it looks kind of clean, I'm not gonna lie. It's got Forza Motorsport written on the side of it. Yeah, it's not that bad. It reminds me a little bit of the what you call it? The Falcon Racing design. Paint. Anyway, let's drive it. Let's see what it's like. I can already tell that this thing's going to be a really fun car. This is without me adjusting anything. No diff, no nothing. No suspension changes, nothing. It's just kind of using the power just to see what it's capable of. Okay. Oh, I like it. I always like these small little cars when you take them sideways. I think they're always really, really fun and really, really good to drive. Alright, anyway, let's let me tune this thing. I have to try it down the mountain, obviously. I feel like this is just not going to go too well due to the fact that this is just going to be very underpowered for a lot of the corners. But I still think it might do quite well. If I built it properly, I should be able to utilize pretty much all of my gears. It's just running out of power. That's the only thing that I'm kind of skeptical of with this thing. I'm just banging fourth gear so hard. Like, it's always the little cars. The little cars are always some of the funnest cars to drive, man. There are some smaller tracks that I could have probably tested this thing out on. You know what? I might just do that. I might just bring it out on one of those tracks and test it out there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. Because I feel like it's just gonna be so boring if I just do it on top of this mountain. This is the one that I wanted to try. Yeah, because this one, I remember I made a video on this specific track and it was actually quite fun to drive on. So I'm gonna try it on this track. I feel like it should be a lot better than me trying to drive it down a mountain. Okay, let's have a look and see what it's like. Why is it... If my roof is down every time I load something, the game just absolutely just ruins itself. There's no animation for the roof going down, it's just the noise of it. So even though they've added that in, where I'm able to take the roof down, they still made it so... they still made it so it's bugged. I forgot how you enter this, actually. I think to go on the actual track, I might have to go this way. Yes, I am correct. I am very much correct. Oh yeah. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. How could I forget? I feel like this is also one of those tracks where you can actually play with really, really low amount of power. I think 500 horsepower is more than enough for this track. Oh, didn't mean to really break that, but... This is a really, really fun, like, tandem track. If you somehow manage to get yourself into, like, a PvP lobby with someone, this would be a great track to drive on. I don't know if you can, actually, though. I don't know if the creator of this thing made it PvP. Maybe he did, I just didn't pay attention. But it's a nice and easy track to drive on, and it's a good track to test cars out on as well, especially stuff that's like lower horsepower. Because I've had other cars in the past where I would test on the mountain and I was like, oh, these are crap for the mountain, which they usually are. If you're, especially like this car, for example, if I'm playing on the stock engine and I'm just turboing it, it's just not gonna be fun when you bring it down a mountain. I mean, it is if you're just trying to like race it or something. Or if you're trying to do like big slides, it's just not gonna work. There's too many like straight parts of the track. Like even this bit here. I need to go so much faster for it. For me to be able to actually hit like a proper slide. But think of that on the mountain pass. But like even longer and more annoying. So a little bit like slow drifting is actually quite cool with this thing. I also kind of want to bring this thing on one of my maps where I slam it. Where it lowers the car. I wonder what that's going to look like. Oh man, it sounds so much better on the interior. That exhaust sound sounds like crap, man. Yeah, the exhaust sounds so bad. The interior sounds great. We'll tap off the wall. It's actually quite hard to spin this thing. It's got a lot of angle. I think you really, really have to try to like spin it. Look, even there! I pushed this thing really, really wide, and even there, I still managed to catch it. Yeah, you have to drive really, really poorly to be able to spin this thing out. This would probably be quite fun to try and slide on a wheel. Too bad my wheel's not set up anymore, so I can't just whip it out, you know. I like it, man. I like this little car. I think it's super, super fun. Yeah, try it for yourselves. Let me know what you think of this this MX-5. I feel like it's gonna be quite similar to the other one. I don't think they'd change it that much. I think they'll still make it very, very similar to the other one. Oh, I crashed! No! It's fine. But yeah, I enjoyed this little car. This should be quite fun if you want to try and build this thing for like racing or something like that. I feel like it'd be very, very cool. It should be super, super solid and very, very sturdy. Plus the wide body on it, making it even more stable. Oh man, this would genuinely feel like a really, really good car to drive. Right, let me bring it over to one of my maps where I ended up slamming cars into the ground. So let's just go into it and see what it looks like. fully slammed. I feel like this is going to be quite funny to look at. The only thing is, I'm not going to change any of the settings, so whatever the gravity does, it'll do. Like, it'll just probably press it down just a tiny bit more. But I don't know if it'll do much to it. But I think it'll still lower it a little bit. So I think you might have to mess with your settings as well. Oh my god! It makes it so low! Oh my god! Our fitment is mental on it. Is it clipping into the ground at all? Or no? I don't think so. It's definitely clipping on the wheel arch. 100% it is. That is insanely low. Oh my god. Obviously the handling physics are very, very busted now. Let's just go up on a highway and have a look. I don't know why I went this way, but I need to turn around and go to the right because of the way the sun is facing. I need to go this way. That is nuts. Look how low that is. Can I see under it at all? I think it's genuinely touching the floor in the middle. That looks ridiculous. Fully slammed to the floor. Well, I want to get off, one sec. I want to get off and bring this thing over to the festival. So I think if I'm correct, there's an area there where I can kind of see if I can look under it. This is a lot lower than what I thought it was going to be. So like here. This is exactly where I want to put this thing. So if I bring this kind of here. Am I now able to see under it at all? I need to mess with my exposure, don't I? I can't see under it. That is insanely low. Like, the front and rear is... okay, it's not touching the ground. But it is very, very low. Yeah, it's very, very, very low. Like, that fitment is insane, though. Look at it. That's incredibly clean. Maybe a bit too... Yeah, maybe clips a bit too much. Maybe camber the rear end a tiny bit. The front end seems nice. If you're going for just fitment. I think that's quite clean. Obviously, you're not going to have, like, stretch tires or anything like that in this game, but... Even for the rear, you can see, yeah, it is clipping a little bit for the rear, so I think maybe a tiny bit of camber for the rear. I think you're pretty much started. You can even see the toe as well for this thing, since this is a drift car. Yeah, that's pretty insane looking. I like it. I like it. That is super, super clean. Well, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you want to send me some sort of tunes that you've created for this thing, maybe you've built it for something that that I haven't tried out yet, obviously for like racing and all that sort of stuff. If you have, then obviously send it over. I'm down to give it a shot, but yeah, for now that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody, and this was the new Mazda MX-5 RF. Try it for yourselves. Let me know what you think of it. Alright, goodbye everyone. Peace out.